Hey guys, Gary from DIY Electronics. Today what I want to do is I want to just give you a quick overview on layman. Let's go in layman terms of what DC ripple is. This primarily pertains to linear power supplies, not switch mode, mainly linear. If you got a real old, big, bulky ass linear power supply like Heathkit or a Radio Shack that's been sitting around forever and the caps are starting to leak, don't use that on any electronic equipment, especially when it comes to RF circuits, because the DC ripple that are coming out of those old linear power supplies, if you got a blown cap or something like that, you don't even realize it. You go, oh, looks good on the meter on the front of it. But once you look at it, you got a lot of ripple in it. So what I did is I set up just a standard 4-diode voltage rectifier. And right up here out of frame a little bit, I'm going to bring it in, is a 120 volt transformer that puts out 12.6 volts. Okay? And it won't stay in frame. So I got the 120 volt transformer putting out 12.6 volt AC going through a simple 4 diode rectifier. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed that into a voltmeter. Okay, so let's feed it right into a voltmeter. This is should be the negative leg. I'm going to put this up out of the way over here so you can still see that, and this should be positive, and I'll put that into the positive rail. Okay, that right there is what you call DC ripple. That means that if you were to get that on your power supply, it means all of your smoothing caps are freaking leaking or blown. Okay, now your meter on the front of your old whatever power supply you're using, it's staying right around probably 20 volts or something like that, but it's a little fluctuation. That's what DC ripple is. So if your power supply had good caps in it to smooth out that DC ripple, you would get a nice voltage here. So let me put one cap on the back side of this. This is a 100 microfarad 50 volt. So let me put that right across that power. See that? It now with a cap in there smoothing out that DC ripple, you get a nice 19.9 volts. All right. So see how it just fluctuated there? That's DC ripple still. It's not quite stable enough. So yeah, look at that. That's DC ripple right there. That would play havoc on a freaking RF circuit. All right. So I'm going to add another cap on top of that and see if we can smooth that out a little further. I'm getting kind of bungled up here. Alright, I just put another cap across it. And it's still flashing a tenth. But, I mean, this is a pretty crude setup. But anyways, that's what DC ripple is when it's, referring to a DC power supply. Primarily, it's on linear mode power supplies, not switch mode. This is linear, okay? So that, in a nutshell, is what DC ripple is. It's basically unfiltered DC voltage coming from a rectifier. All right. Any questions, comments? Leave them down below. If you would like me to use this rectifier right here and put it through a regulator to give you even more smooth power, and it'll also give you a exact voltage other than floating like this, drop a note down below and I'll show you how to use a voltage regulator on this home-built rectifier. Thanks for watching, guys. Ring the bell, subscribe, buy me a coffee, and we'll see you on the next one.